Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. My name is Elizabeth and I am a 43-year-old mother of two. This year I am on a journey to stockpile my home with a year's worth of groceries, personal and essential items. Wrapping up May, I was able to fully stock the home with personal and essential items, so now we're just focusing on the grocery portion. My focus for June is condiments and sauces and seasonings. We have a pretty stocked meat freezer. I have about 5 to 6 months worth of food on hand that we could comfortably eat, but I wanted to make each month a focus area, and I decided condiments, sauces, and seasoning was what June was going to be for me. The budget has changed. I started off the year with my budget being $160 a week. Moving into June, the budget has changed to $120 a week. $80 is for stockpiling items or my back stock, and $40 is for the weekly rotating items. I've created a sliding scale financially for each month, because the way I see it, as I increase the amount of items I have on hand at home, my budget for the grocery store should decrease. I should be able to shop the cabinets and stocked items and spend less money at the grocery store. So let's just take a moment to take a look at what my plan is for this month and the next upcoming months. And I've broken the budget down into two parts. Like I said, the back stock is $80, and the weekly rotating items, that's just items that we'll use on a weekly basis, is $40. So starting with what I'm stockpiling. Like I said, the focus is sauces, condiments, and seasoning. So I have 2 bottles of ranch, 2 of the Polynesian sauce. I have hot dogs, 2 packs, smoked sausage, 2 packs, and that's because I'm completely out of smoked sausage. I do have a couple packs of hot dogs, but it's summertime, so hey, let's increase that. The Deer Park 35 count water, 2 of those, and then 4 of the gallon jugs of water as well. Because I did not grocery shop last week, I didn't have my eye on the prices, and I wasn't making a mental note of how much things cost. So that I don't go over budget, I am putting less on the list, and I'll just do more next week. But I want to make sure that I stay on budget, because this is the first time, like I said, the first week that I'm using the $120 budget versus the $160 budget that I've become accustomed to. And in reference to the $40 for the weekly rotating items, I have milk, cheese, watermelon, lettuce, tomatoes, and 2 bags of fries. Like I said, at this point we do have ample groceries items that we can eat through, so it's not as if I have to buy too many things at the grocery store. The dairy section is a section that I cannot really stockpile. I don't know how to stockpile. I don't have that skill set yet, so I will continue to buy dairy and fresh fruit. But other than that, I'm feeling confident about the decrease, and I'm so excited to get back to grocery shopping. The one thing we do every week though is menu plan, and this week I've decided to just flow it. Last week I did not create a menu. I literally just shopped the pantries, other than Thursday. Thursday I took Maya out to eat at Jim and Nick's, but other than that I just shopped my meat freezer, shopped my pantry, and cooked whatever was easiest for me. I loved the flow of that. That is not something that can happen every single week, but I decided this week that I was going to take the same outlook. I was going to just use what we have on hand and flow it day by day what I cook. I'm going to cook dinner. We're not going to be eating out this week, but I'm not going to box myself in per se to have to cook that meal for that day. And well, we'll just see how it goes. See how it goes. But on a personal note, I wanted to say that I am doing well. I'm doing really well. Last week was very powerful for me. I learned a lot about myself and I wanted to share it. A couple videos back, I think it was like part 2 of my patio makeover, I told you guys how I've decided that I'm going to take care of that little girl inside of me the way I take care of my kids. I'm not going to put me on the back burner. I'm going to always make taking care of me a priority. And last week was the first week that I was able to truly implement that in my life. I worried that I would struggle through last Tuesday because it was my father's birthday. And I made the mental decision to give myself grace, to love on me, to do all the things that typically I do when my kids are feeling anxious or fearful or upset or whatever. I stopped everything for myself last week. And it was an amazing, transformative decision. I learned how powerful I am. My kids felt the tension of last Tuesday, but because I had made the decision a week before last week that I was really going to just be soft on myself and listen to what my soul needed, not stick to a rigid schedule or do what I'm supposed to do as a mom, but actually care for me, it transformed to my kids. On Tuesday, me and Jordan talked for hours, and at the end of the conversation, he was like, "Ma, talking to you makes everything feel better." We didn't talk about my dad. We didn't talk about his birthday. We just enjoyed each other's company and laughed and talked for hours. But because I really felt okay on a soul level, even through a phone, he could feel my energy and he took that on. I never knew I had this level of power. I showed up to motherhood feeling inadequate, feeling like my kids deserved better than me. I had them before I was in the space that I am now financially, and no one could see that I wasn't in that space because I had my dad. My dad took on the things that I guess most single mothers have to do by themselves, so it didn't show. But I always wanted to make him proud. I always wanted to let him be a grandfather and not the other parent. And before he passed, I was able to see that. He was able to see that within me. I was able to get to that point. But because I showed up to being someone's mother, unsure of what it even looked like to be a mom, because I never had a mom. I was raised by my father. I just always felt ill-equipped and inadequate. And Tuesday for me highlighted how powerful I am. That the decision to take care of myself showed me that everything that I need to create the life that I want is within me. There is nothing that I need to wait for. I just have to be open to learning new things, number one, in touch with what I'm feeling. Like if I'm not okay, to say I'm okay, to give it whatever that feeling is, to give it voice. That is a remarkable and a powerful thing. But moving forward, I feel like I can conquer anything. I can conquer anything because I now know how powerful it is to take care of that little girl. You show up to being someone's mom, or I showed up to being a mom before I knew who I was as a woman or as a person. And along the way, I did what I was supposed to do as a mother and never got in touch with the soul part of me. And this journey to get in touch with the soul part of me is not only beneficial to me, but it's beneficial to my kids. So I'm so happy to be able to tell you guys that the things that we've been talking about, now that I'm implementing it, I'm seeing that it's so true. It's important that you take care of you. It's important that you carve out a space in your life for yourself. Jeremiah is gonna spend a couple weeks in the summer with Jordan. And at first he kept saying, like, Mom, are you gonna be okay? Mom, are you gonna be okay? Like I said, I became a mom at 22. My entire life has been my son's. I have not cultivated a life for myself, built friendships. I am friends with my kids. I spend all my time focused on my kids. They're the center of my world. They have been the center of my world. And I told Jeremiah, oh, when you go with Jordan, I'm going to go to the range. I haven't been to the range in over a year. So I'm going to go to the range, and I'm excited. I planned a spa day for myself. I'm going to go to Charleston, which is a couple hours away, and I'm going to the African American Museum. I'm going to take myself out to eat. They have like a Gullah Geechee market. I want to get a sweet grass basket. I've always wanted one, so I'm gonna buy myself one in this shop and enjoy the art, see if I can get a piece of art. But I have made it a mission while he's gone to date myself, to take myself out, and all the things I said I'm gonna do in time to make my life about me, I'm actually gonna implement it, and I'm excited. So when I'm telling them, they're getting excited as well. And he went from, Mom, are you gonna be okay? to, Mom, you about to have fun without me. As the maternal energy in your home, you are so powerful. And oftentimes we don't see that. We see our inadequacies, we see our fears or our worries or the things that we're not able to do, that we want to do. But just as you are and where you are so powerful. And it took me 43 years to see that. I pray someone younger than me is watching that and they can see like you're powerful. But you control the atmosphere. By making sure that you're okay and taking care of yourself, you create stronger and more powerful kids. And I thought I was supposed to be selfless. I was supposed to think about them. I was supposed to move in a way that is best for them. I never knew that I was supposed to first take care of me, and then me being okay would ensure that they'd be okay. And so that's a mindset shift for me that I really hope the person that's supposed to get that from this video gets it. You are so powerful. Wherever you are, in whatever stage of life you are so powerful. I wanted to get back to the basics and go over the budget for groceries. But I knew like we needed to have a soul conversation because I had a powerful week last week. I had a revelation where I realized that I'm of service with my kids and for my kids when I stand in my power. And I want us all to take time to really own in on our power, not the people around us and the love that they give us, but the love that we give ourselves and the power that it creates when you love you. When you love you and you like you, it's a powerful move. I'm not going to keep you guys long today. That's pretty much all I had to say. I will see you guys tomorrow because like I didn't say, but like every Thursday is when I grocery shop. I shop once a week. So tomorrow you will see me when we go over everything that I'm going to get in tomorrow's haul. But I love you all. I feel like we've created a very strong community here. I don't want to just put up videos for views, and I think you guys know that by now. I want us as women and moms to really walk whole in this world. I'm starting to see like 6 years of depression was a good thing because it made me more grateful, and it broke down some walls for me that I don't think I would have let me go on my own. I always feel like I'm in control and I got it all and I know it all. and being in a place of being broken for so long, I don't have that I got it and I know it. I'm at a place where I just want to be okay, and I'm willing to learn and take on new skills to be okay. And so I want to give it to someone else. I want all of us to be here, because you can teach me. We can teach each other. But we are so powerful just as we are. Not having everything that we want, not being everything that we want to be to ourselves, but in the walk of getting to becoming who we ultimately want to be. Like, we're powerful and we're enough in our current states. So I hope you guys take that with you. And like I said, I'll see you tomorrow. I love you all. God bless you, and take care.